Why women cheat on men. 7. On a dare. One of the dumbest, in my opinion, and not only in my opinion, let's face it, reasons to cheat. It's more suitable for young men who see sex as a personal feat and are not yet committed to forming a lasting couple with a girl. But sometimes women find a man on the side just to prove to themselves or their friends that they are still worth something. Treason on a dare often occurs not only among young girls for whom the fact to get into bed with the local handsome is purely a sporting interest. It's a real gamble and nothing more. But if something like this happens in a relationship, most likely your partner isn't trivialized for them yet. And the situation is unlikely to change in the next few years, so think hard about whether it is necessary to still meet. If an adult woman who has a spouse cheats on the bet, it is more about serious psychological problems, hidden complexes, injuries, dissatisfaction with their own appearance, low self-esteem. In this case, it makes sense to take her spouse to a psychologist and to think about the fact that there may well be a reason to forgive such an unpleasant fact. However, there is no guarantee that her psychological problems will not win even a strong love between you. In any case, to go to bed with another man, and act unworthy of a partner. 8. The desire to get rich. And here is where my readers can happily rub their hands and drool that all women are mercenary bastards. Why do women cheat on men? Yes, yes and again yes, the desire to get any benefits from a lover is a very common reason, and it is mainly inherent in the beautiful sex. You can be as much as you want tender, caring and attentive, but the other half can easily have an affair on the side, to get a mink coat or a long-awaited diamond necklace, well, or to get a paid trip to the dentist, which is now equivalent to the jewelry. Is this a bad thing? Definitely yes. Do I consider it a reason to break up? Also a positive answer. I don't condemn anyone's desire to live well. But lying to your partner and cheating behind his back for the sake of beautiful trinkets is the last thing. It's much more honest to break up and live your life to your own satisfaction without hurting anyone. 9. Lack of sex. A serious reason to step on the slippery slope of cheating. But again, you can't justify cheating, because there is always an option to have a heart-to-heart talk with your man, talk about the problem and try to solve it together. If the feelings in the relationship are still not completely gone, it is always possible to revive your intimate life without having an affair behind your back. However, I personally experienced a situation where an acquaintance was practically banging her head against the wall with this topic. The spouse really did not need intimacy more than a couple of times a month. I cannot say what the specific reason was. A mistress, not satisfied with the figure of his wife after years, strong stress and fatigue at work, and he really worked a lot. And she wanted quality sex with fire, and in general the libido of that woman could envy almost any nymphette. In the end she simply divorced. It was a very logical ending, it seemed to me. And the main thing is that there was no cheating and no shenanigans behind her back. A constant lover in a perfectly free woman is no reason to condemn her. But marital infidelity is often disguised by a phony desire to save the marriage. A disservice, don't you think? 10. The desire to get pregnant. Girls go to great lengths to have the long-awaited child. And that's why more and more men are advocating for a paternity test in the maternity ward. You want to know whose side I'm on in this? I'm on your side. It's silly to disregard your partner's feelings and desires in order to get your way, and then blame the guy for being callous when he files for divorce when he finds out the baby isn't his. You can always do eco or at least take the baby out of the orphanage. But to deceive a man to get pregnant, no matter from whom, a very short-sighted idea. However, this reason takes pride of place among the answers to the question of why women cheat on men. 11. The desire to feel passion, love, and spark again. Such a reason for a woman's infidelity is practically uncommon among young couples who have not yet been in a relationship for a decent amount of time. Typically, this kind of infidelity is typical for spouses who have been together for many years, have children and a lot of household problems. Sex for you has become a daily occurrence, or even an obligation. 2 or 3 minutes every week and a half or 2 weeks for a stupid twitch is not what a woman dreamed of when she married you, believe me. It is likely that now you no longer have time for romance, because the heart of his beloved has long been won, and in everyday life so many problems that there is no desire for intimacy. In this case, the lady begins to fade and fade away. Infrequent tears, accusations, nagging and hysterics on almost nothing. What additionally repels you from each other? Why do women cheat on men in this case? They trivialize the very warmth and attention they once had. And yes, that doesn't justify infidelity either.